The Library Foundation is an all-volunteer, nonprofit organization that works very closely with the library to secure financial opportunities, assure that our libraries are supported.
But what are we building? You probably wonder if you don't know yet, these are the numbers to remember. We're going from a 4,000 square foot library, which is our second busiest library in the city, to a 17,000 square foot library. We're going from having a teen room. We do not have a teen room now. We are having a beautiful new children's room with a children's program room, an adult area, 3 individual study rooms that will be equipped with video conferencing equipment. We have a community room that will seat 100 people, a beautiful outdoor space that you can, if you're in the community room, you can also go out and use with a beautiful gazebo. And if you have an opportunity, please come and look at some of our renderings. They're absolutely beautiful. We're working with an architect who has designed over 40 public libraries in the Commonwealth.
But libraries by nature are neutral grounds. And libraries are really the only things I can think of that's in our society and here to say that appeals to the young and to the very old with equal attraction and everybody else in between.
Libraries, the Forest Park Library was my home library, and that was an oasis. Because maybe I couldn't get to China, or I couldn't get here or there, but you opened up that book and you'd be able to get there. Our libraries under the direction of Molly Fogarty have really diversified tremendously. And to the East Forest Park neighborhood, who's waited many, many years for this, it's finally going to come to fruition. This continues to enhance our neighborhoods, all our city. Especially, this was tornado ravaged, and the way we've come back is the resiliency of the people and the business community.
The new Surrey Road is unbelievable. Pope Francis High School, a redone wing of Dryden Memorial, and then a new library. Talk about a street that's been put back together. We should all be proud of it. And to have the crowning achievement being a library that is there for everybody, and a library in a neighborhood that has cried out for it, not in any mean way or anything, but by their attendance, by their consistent visitation, among the highest visitation in the city. It's a neighborhood that really wants a library, desires a library, has worked for a library, and stood behind. We stood together in fighting for this to get it off the ground. So, you know, after the tornado, the big wind that Charlie was referring to, there was a planning process. And since East Forest Park got killed in that tornado, along with a couple other neighborhoods, the big thing that came out when you try to weave everything back and say, how did this happen that we're all in this room together today, is that in the planning process, when that firm came in from New Orleans or something and helped to build a new Springfield plan, if you will, post-tornado, the #1 priority for East Forest Park people was a library.
Our ongoing commitment and our belief in this city and this community is a thriving, vibrant place to live and work, and so that was a significant driving force about that. But when you think about what this library actually represents, and when you look at the plans here and you listen to what is going to be happening here, what really gets me and the people at the foundation and the people at MassMutual excited about this particular project is the thinking that's gone into it. What you've done is essentially reimagined what a library is. We all grew up with libraries. We all think of libraries as places where we go to gain knowledge, read books, take books out. That still goes on here, but this facility is going to be so much more than that. It's going to be a hub for the community. And when you work in the field that I do, in the field of corporate social responsibility, there are many trends that are really taking off in this country that are having significant positive impacts on communities around this nation. And one of them is really this project is emblematic of one of those. This whole notion of placemaking and creating spaces within communities where people can come together and not only learn, but have access to technology, have access to community space, job counseling, and any number of things that are going to happen at this facility. So the fact that you have all reimagined the library got us very excited and really helped us step up to support this project. And I think it really speaks not only for this neighborhood, but for the city. again, this is emblematic of the thinking that is driving this city in a very positive direction, and we're very excited about that at the MassMutual Foundation. So we're really delighted to be here, and we hope that this grant will inspire and stimulate other corporate givers to join us. There's no pride in ownership in what we do, and we invite any and all to join us in this endeavor. We think it's very worthwhile. It's going to be a terrific thing for East Forest Park and an even better thing for the city of Springfield.
And so to have this chance for us to bind our hands together once more again and to do this in lockstep with each other because we're doing it for a wonderful cause, and then realize the frosting on the cake, you know, it'll be here 100 years from now. And it will indicate to the people of that time, if they ever stop and think about it, that way back here in this vintage of 2018, that we cared about the future of the city, because this one really isn't for us. It's primarily for those who come after us.
If this project is to succeed, it's going to succeed because of the commitment by the state, the commitment of the city, and most importantly, this is the third leg of the stool on which this library is being built, the commitment of all of us, corporate like MassMutual and smaller businesses, wealthy individuals, regular individuals, less well-to-do individuals. The library system in Springfield really is one of the crown jewels of our city. The success of that system owes a lot to the city, to leaders with foresight within the city, but it also owes a lot to individuals like you and I. We don't often have an opportunity to participate in something as great as the building of a branch library, which will stand for generations. My generation has benefited from the generosity and foresight of prior generations that Charlie and Barbara and Annie Curran and others were part of. We've benefited from the Forest Park Branch Library and the Mason Square and this municipal group and many municipal buildings. Now it's our opportunity to pay it forward to the next generation. So when you get a knock on your door or a call or an email from me or others who are part of our group, don't think of it as it's an obligation. It's an opportunity. We get to participate in something bigger than ourselves and have a lasting impact on this neighborhood and this city. Thank you again to MassMutual.